I'm Stephanie, and today I'm going to be showing you the makeup look that I'm wearing right now. Since I'm using products that give your skin a nice glow and rosy tinted eyeshadows, I think that this look would be great for Valentine's Day. Before we get started, make sure you subscribe to my channel so you can see new videos from me every week. Let's get into the video. Okay, so I'm starting out with the Angel Veil Primer by NYX. I'm going to put a small amount of this all over my face. I really like this primer because it is oil-free, so it doesn't cause any breakouts, and it really smooths out your pores and helps your makeup stay on all day. The foundation I'm using is the IT Cosmetics CC Plus Illumination Cream. I'm applying this with the IT Cosmetics Heavenly Face No. 7 brush. I'm just pressing this into my skin as opposed to blending because it gives better coverage that way, I think. I love this CC cream because it looks great, but also because it's good for your skin since it has SPF 50 and it's full of anti-aging and hydrating ingredients. They also make a regular one that's not illuminating, and I love that one as well, but since we're going for glowy skin, I thought this product would be great to use. It's really important that you blend this really well, especially around your hairline, your jawline, and down your neck as well. For concealer, I'm using Urban Decay's Naked Skin Concealer. This concealer is definitely my favorite. It really looks like natural skin and it covers everything completely. Just putting a little bit of this under both my eyes, the center of my nose, and the center of my forehead. This really brightens up these areas and adds some dimension to your face. I'm blending it in with the same makeup brush that I used for my foundation, but later on I'm going to blend it further with a damp beauty blender sponge. You really want to make sure that this is blended in very well because if you have lines on your face from where the color contrast is, because this is a little bit lighter than your foundation, you'll really be able to tell in person and in bright lighting. So like I said, I'm going to use a damp beauty blender sponge to further blend in the concealer that I just put on. It's really important that this is damp, so get it wet and wring it out under a towel or paper towel so that it's not too wet and doesn't rub off the makeup that you have on, and it's not too dry and absorbs all the makeup that you just put on. Now I'm using a pressed powder by Rimmel on a big fluffy brush to set the foundation and concealer, since they're liquid, all over my face. This will just make sure that your foundation and concealer stays on and doesn't rub off throughout the day. Next, I'm using the IT Cosmetics CC Radiance Ombre Bronzer on an angled cheek brush. I'm starting by putting this in the hollow parts of my cheeks, about from my ear to the corner of my eye. You can start by putting this in kind of harsh, defined sections, but make sure to blend this out thoroughly so you can avoid looking orange or splotchy. I'm also going to put this on the outer thirds of my forehead, which make your forehead look smaller, more defined, and add some dimension to your face. I think this bronzer is really pretty. It has a little bit of an illuminating shimmer to it. But be careful not to use too much of this. A little goes a long way here. It is a really finely milled powder. It's really easy to get too much on your brush, so just make sure that you tap it off before you start to put it on your face. Now I'm using Milani's Baked Blush in the color Coralina on a rounded cheek brush. I'm going to start on the roundest part of my cheeks under my eyes and blend back towards my hairline. I like to use whatever's left on the brush on the tip of my nose. Now I'm going to highlight my face with Becca's Shimmering Skin Perfector in Moonstone on a small accent brush. This is a very shimmery highlighter, so a little bit goes a long way. So just put a tiny amount on my brush and I place it on the highest part of my cheekbones above where I put my blush, and a little bit on my forehead, nose, and chin, similar to where I put the concealer earlier. Now using the same fluffy brush I used for the powder before, I'm just going to go all over my face to make sure that there aren't any harsh lines between where I put the products and make sure that everything is blended in really well. Now I'm using a brow gel by Maybelline. This is in the color Soft Brown. And I'm just coating my eyebrows with this product to make sure that they lay how I want them to. The first eyeshadow I'm using is from Urban Decay in the color Tease on a flat eyeshadow brush. And I'm going to start in the crease of my eyelid and go all the way down to my lash line on both eyes. In the crease of my eyelid, I'm going to use this rosy pink color by Coastal Scents. I got this color in a Birchbox, but I'm pretty sure Urban Decay has a color that is similar to this. But I'm just going to start in the outer corner of my eye, put it along my lash line, and then up into my crease as well. Now I'm using a flat shader brush in the color Chopper by Urban Decay in the center of my eyelid. You can blend this all over your eyelid, but focus mostly on where your pupil is on your eye. The majority of the eyeshadows I'm using in this tutorial are from the Naked 2 palette by Urban Decay. I think Urban Decay's Naked palettes are a great investment because they have a variety of neutral shades, and they have a few different palettes you can choose from, so just pick whichever one you think suits your skin tone the best, and you can make a variety of different looks with it. The last eyeshadow I'm using is called Foxy by Urban Decay. It's the lightest shade in this palette on a fluffy eyeshadow brush. I'm just using this all the way from my inner corner all the way up to my brow bone, pretty much above where I put all of the other eyeshadows I've used so far. Using a light color above your other eyeshadows will really brighten up your eyes and make you look more awake. Now I'm using a Maybelline Colossal Cat Eye Mascara. I like this mascara because the wand is a little bit curved, which makes it easy to reach all of your eyelashes. If your eyelashes aren't naturally curly, you can always use an eyelash curler, but make sure that you do this before you put mascara on, otherwise it can really damage your eyelashes. Personally, I like to use waterproof mascaras as opposed to regular mascaras because I feel like they hold the curl of your eyelash better throughout the day, and my eye area tends to get kind of oily and I don't want my mascara to run. Just make sure that you have a good makeup remover, that way when you take your waterproof mascara off at the end of the day, you aren't damaging or pulling out any of your eyelashes. On my lips, I'm using a Revlon Balm Stain in the shade Honey. I like this color because it's not too pink, it looks very natural, but I like that it lasts all day because it is both a lip balm and a lip stain. Okay, you're all done. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, you can click on the subscribe button down below. That way you'll be notified every time that I post a new video each week. Thanks for watching. Happy Valentine's Day!